Hello and welcome. This is Rajat here from Startup Frat. Before we start our 5-day craft your message challenge workshop, I just wanted to make this quick video just to get you all oriented and just to give you a quick reminder to check your email for your access details, etc. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be spending 5 days together, an hour a day working on crafting your message. Now, if you're a corporate professional who is looking to set up an alternative reality, to set up some change, probably because you don't want to be in your job for too long. If you're a certified professional like a doctor, lawyer, chartered accountant who is lost in an ocean of other such certified professionals, you want to stand out. Or if you're a small business owner who wants to expand their business and you're sick and tired of being in a position where you're constantly getting hit and hurt by the different ravages of the economy, then this 5-day workshop will be very, very useful for you. Now, what is this workshop all about? This workshop is all about the power of your message. What is this message that we're talking about, and how is it going to help us, on the business front, on the business front, on the commercial front. So let me just walk you through what is the importance and why we always stress on the power of your message in the lean startup model. So I am over here in my PowerPoint, which talks about the power of your message. And the message is basically how your message can create a movement. Okay, can create a movement. Now, why do I say movement? The importance of a message is that the first thing is when you have some kind of message associated with your brand or whatever product or service that you're offering the customer, or if you're a corporate professional who's setting up a small agency, you're going private, you want to help companies or other individuals achieve certain results using your expertise, then your message has to impact someone. People have to grab attention, so it has to impact someone. How does it impact someone? We have an example over here that says, hey man, if you say some nice things, etc., your spouse, whatever your message is, will make a change in someone's life. Whatever your message is will make a change in someone's life, so it will impact someone. What is the second importance is it will give them food for thought. Not only will it make them feel a certain way or impact their life in that fashion, it will give them food for thought, which it will make them think. And the great philosopher Socrates says, you cannot teach anybody anything, or you cannot make anyone do anything. You cannot convince anyone to buy a product, service, or whatever. You cannot convince people to believe the same things that they do, but you can only make them think. Okay, so your message will have an impact on your customers, where it will also make them think about you, at a deeper level than just a transactional product, service, etc. What is the third one? It elicits a response, which basically means your message has to be crafted in a way which not only makes people think about you, it also elicits a response, and we have tools and techniques to do that. And the fourth thing is it will set off a train of events which will lead to widespread change, which could lead to a movement. And for this, you don't need to be like a major scientist or just create some new invention or do something out of the ordinary. Very ordinary things, very ordinary businesses, very ordinary people are creating mass movements today. I'm going to walk you through them in just a second. Okay, so what is the train of events? Mahatma Gandhi had a very simple message, very concise message. He says, when I love the British and all of that, but they don't belong in India, plain and simple. And the way he translated his message to the people was that you cannot fight a superior power and all of that. Now we are non-violent people, we are decent people, but we have this problem where this foreign power is over here and they're ruling over us and all of that. Now, how can we get them out? How can we escape from the clutches? And the main thing is that we have economic inferiority. So if we buy everything we need from the East India Company or from the British company, then how will we ever have economic freedom? So the way to get economic freedom is we'll start with the smallest of things, which is salt. We are not going to buy our salt from the British. In fact, we'll go all the way to the coast and make our salt ourselves. Now they can beat us, they can imprison us, they can kill us, or whatever it is. But once we put this thing, which is this thought or this message, that do whatever you can, you can beat me, imprison me, or whatever, I'm not going to buy from you. That started weakening the economic hold that the British had over India. Okay, so it sets off a train of events which could change the world for future generations. Okay, so that is the power that your message can have. Even if you're providing a product, service for which you want paying clients, it's a very simple transaction. But today you have to rise above that and create something that can last for years and last for generations. Okay, now Some of the oldest existing messages have changed the future of the world, have created the world that we live in. What are these existing messages? The message can be identity based, it can be exchange based or barter, which is, I'll do this for you, you do this for me, etc. Or it can be cash based. What are these messages that have created movements that have shaped our planet? The first is identity based, which could be religious based or nationalism based, etc. Hey man, this is what we believe in. We believe in certain certain spirituality, certain religion, or our version of God. Or we have identity based, which is, we've shown the picture of Adolf Hitler, which could be taken negatively, but he was the first person who had this whole nationalist kind of a movement that says, hey man, you belong to this country, you should have pride, and all of the other people who are suppressing you, you need to do something about it. So this was kind of a nationalist movement. It can be taken in a negative connotation also, but the way it started was that Germany after the First World War was under the economic ravages of the Western world, and then somebody needed to actually unite the nation against the oppressing powers, or so it was seen at that point. And then then Hitler started this whole movement. Of course there were lots of negative effects of that, and we totally don't support them, but it's very, very important to understand that with the right kind of message you can unite what you call your subscribers. All these Germans and all, many of whom committed crimes against humanity, were essentially subscribers to a message. And towards the end, when all of them were going into courts and getting sued for creating crimes against humanity and all, many of them said, well, I was just following a message, I was just following some orders, right? So that is the power of a message. It can really get people indoctrinated, can really unite people, it can really cause widespread change and all of that. Okay, same with religions. It's identity based, which is we believe in this, and that's why all of the people who are like us, who believe in this, should stick together, etc., whatever it is. Okay, so that's an identity based. This goes back to the beginning of time. This goes back to tribal times when you needed all these messages and a sense of belonging to hold people together. Otherwise anarchy would follow and people just fight with each other and all of that. Okay, so message, this is one of the oldest existing messages in the world, which is identity based. We belong to this nation, we belong to this religion, we belong, it's identity based. Then you have something called barter based. Okay, what is barter based messages? Which is politics, for example, is a barter based message, which is I will do this for you if you do this for me. Okay, if I will do this for you if you do this for me. And again, it need not have a positive or negative connotation. It's one of the oldest existing things on the planet, where even during the times of kings and queens, during the time of monarchies, every monarchy had some message or the other that says, I will take care of the nation, and in return obviously I get to be king or queen. Right? So it's all exchange based, and a lot of these monarchies have survived for many hundreds of years because people truly believed that, okay, these guys are giving us this, and in return we give them their power or whatever they want, right? So it's an exchange based message. It was barters, it was like a kind of a barter system, right? And then you have cash based or capitalist system, which is somebody who can provide, let us say, labor or raw material or whatever is shown over here, who needs the money, and then somebody who has the money who needs the labor or the raw material to create a finished product. Okay, so that's how capitalism works. I'll pay you to do this work for me, and in return I'll create a product that my customer will pay me for. Okay, so that is relatively more recent, and capitalism, true cash has started with with America, for example, is a truly capitalist nation. And again, we don't need to have any judgment call saying is it good or bad, we don't know, but capitalism is the most recent of the message types. So basically here are some differences and similarities between capitalism and socialism. In India, for example, we were a socialist state till the late 80s, early 90s, and for some reason I feel, this is my personal belief, and which is why I am a hardcore capitalist at nature, that the country did not, we did not have financial security, we did not have a lot of things going for us till that time. But when we turned fully capitalist in 1990 onwards, when we started, it was all pay and play, right? It was all pay and play. Everything was money, and then you could work for a foreign company. Foreign companies came to India, and all the overall lifestyle has really improved in our generation. That's something we need to be cognizant of. So personally, I believe in business, I believe in capitalism, and of course a lot of people say there are lots of limitations to capitalism. There could be something better. I'm sure there could be something better. and whenever it arrives, we will definitely work on it. We have an idea on what could work better. We have some idea on what could work better. Nothing that is identity based, nothing that is barter based, and nothing that is truly cash based, but something that is a combination of all of the above and can actually create a lot of big movements even from a very small scale. And what is this new method, what is this new improved type 5 or type 4 message? Okay, it is mission based. Now what is a mission based? It has good elements of all of these other, it has good elements of identity based message, it has a good element of barter based, it has a good element of capitalist based. And I'll just show you an example right here. So let me go to my browser. Now I'm over here talking about a supplements and weight loss brand which is called Lady Boss. And now this lady, which is, her name is Caitlin, she actually personally started this brand about 8 years back, and she was actually an overweight lady who was suffering from some low self-esteem and all of that, and she said, I need to get fit, and I'm not doing great, and her energy levels were low and all, she had all of those problems. And then she basically started this movement. Okay, now this is, it could be seen as a plain commercial brand, but she's made it into a multi-million-dollar business. How? She said she had elements of identity based, which is, I was overweight, I was facing all these troubles, and I had a very low self-esteem, and basically I took my life into my own hands and I started to get fit, and this is how I started to get fit. So that is her message, and her message includes community elements, which is, it's women's weight loss, which means she is including all of the community, which is women who have weight loss issues or weight related issues. She's including them in her continuing struggle. She's like, the message is that weight loss is a continuing struggle, right? Every day you got to wake up, you got to be disciplined, and there are going to be times when you feel like eating junk food, when you feel like missing exercise, and the day you start doing that, you start slinking back. So it's a continuing struggle, and I'm in this with you and you are in this with me. So she's made it like a community movement, and through that she has also built her brand, which is elements of capitalism over here. And that means that for whatever, you can buy expensive products from us, you can take a part in our gym membership, or you can start with something as less as a $19 challenge. Now again, they have a challenge. You are also in part of the challenge with me, right? So this is some challenge which is basically community based. It says, we'll provide you a little bit of value, we'll work with you for 4 or 5 days, and it hardly costs anything, and then you can get started on this journey. And then if you feel that the journey is for you, then you can take further decisions. You can probably take a gym membership, buy our supplements or whatever it is, right? So she has something called a message based. Now see, Lady Boss community, gain back confidence, improve overall quality of life, change the health of the entire family tree. These are some of her messages. It's not about, hey, buy my supplement. Okay, so if you're a business owner, if you're a corporate professional who says, if I quit my job, how will I ever kind of create a business? Maybe I'll have to find another job, maybe I'll have to find one good paying client who will pay me because I'm an accounting professional, I'm an MBA in marketing, or I'm a finance guy, or I'm an HR person, or whatever it is. That is not your whole identity. Your identity has to come from a message that can pull from your identity, but it's not your whole identity. What is the message over here? She has literally hit a lot of raw nerves, saying gain back your confidence, which means it's not about the supplements, it's not about the weight loss. Yeah, if you do not get fit, then you will not have confidence, right? Similarly, your overall quality of life will be lower. It says that people who are not healthy are also not wealthy. All of these things are related, and today people realize that, right? A lot of people who are extremely rich do not want to be fat slobs. They want to, they want to improve their health and things like that. So all of these things are related, and change the health of the entire family tree. Now what she's telling women is that if you are unhealthy and then you go on having kids, and all these kids will be carrying some elements of that unhealth, so to say, some of that bad health, and then your family tree will be impacted. So you need to maintain health, especially if you're in the childbearing phase and all of that, and you need to make this commitment to yourself to remain healthy. Now we'll go to another example, which is this gentleman, a very big brand in stock trading. Okay, now as you can see, they have these products which are all about all about technical analysis and stock trading and all, but they have these other products which are talking about great relationships, boosting confidence, why do you want to succeed. So what they have done is their message is very simple. They have a product, that is the trading stuff, right? I'll teach you trading, let's do trading. Maybe they have a brokerage house where you can do trades through them, and they, they'll probably collect a commission on the trades. So they have a traditional business model, but what they're doing is they're creating a message around it with all of this. You see all of this motivational stuff. They have, they're talking on TV, they have their videos with like big people, they're talking from the stage. Now what business has a stockbroker to do talking on stage? Why? Because they are connecting it to the larger message of a movement, which is, hey man, I learned this skill, it made me financially free. See, I'm on stages with all these famous people, the quality of my life has changed, etc. And you have the product, which is the stock trading that's going on, but hey, why do you want to succeed? Okay, so they are pulling into your deepest desires and saying, if you learn the skill, for example, you will have lots of other effects in life. You will feel successful, you have greater self-confidence, 3 ways to boost confidence. You'll have better relationships, because relationships suffer because of money, plain and simple, man. If you don't have money, your relationships are going to suffer at some point. They're going to get strained. If you do have money, it doesn't give you a guarantee that your relationships will be better, but if you do have money, at least you have resources to cushion the strain of daily life, right? You have the cushion to strain your again, you have a cushion against the strains of daily life. So that's what their whole angle is. Okay, so all of these people are basically using the power of a message to fuel a movement. Okay, the power of a message to fuel a movement. So this is going to be the theme of our 5-day workshop, where we are going to tap into deepest human emotions and tie them all the way back to your traditional products and services and all that. And what is the benefit of a movement? Let me just go back to my PowerPoint again. So basically, what is the benefit? Okay, what is the benefit? The new improved type 5, I've written type 5, I think it's type 4, but the new improved version is basically people don't buy products, they buy a better version of themselves. And as it is in the economy, there's a glut, overfilling, oversupply of products and services and certified professionals and degree holders and classified workforce and all of that. Okay, so you are in an economy where you are a number, or your product or service is just one among hundreds of thousands, and every day when a customer wakes up, when a prospective customer or client wakes up, you are a small blip of a data point among tons and tons of algorithmic data that they're subjected to, whether it's from Facebook or YouTube or TV, or dropping their kids off to school. There are thousands and thousands of thoughts in their mind. Okay, so the fact that you have a product or that you bring it to their attention is not going to guarantee that you do any revenue or that you make any sales or whatever. Okay, but if you understand this basic thing, that people are not interested in a product or service, people are interested in a better version of themselves. Okay, now you see how Malkan's view, the trading people are saying you can get a better version of yourself if you master this art of trading. It's one of the many arts that you can master. You can master real estate, you can master Bitcoin, you can master doing business. My message is you should learn how to do your own marketing and present your own personal brand. That is my message. Yeah, it will create a better version of you. That is my message to you. And similarly, Lady Boss is saying, the better version of you will result from your health. And then they have lots of affiliated products and services that come on the back end, right? So what is the new improved model is people don't buy up, they don't care about your product, but they care about a better version of themselves. So if you have a story to tag along with it, if you have a follow along journey, which is, hey, I'm doing this, why don't you come along with me, which is some aspects of the Dandi March or, the Gandhiji's message that I spoke about. Okay, and then this is a lifelong service. Once people get attached to you, Malkan's view is going to serve them for life, right? Lady Boss is going to serve their clients for life. Okay, so this is much more in-depth than mere transaction. It's not about buy my supplement and that's it. You can go to a chemist store, there are hundreds of supplements kept over there, you can buy them. Okay, but what you get when you deal with Lady Boss is you become part of something, and they are also on the same journey. I mean, Caitlin wakes up every day and she has the same challenge. She wants to eat junk foods and she wants to miss the gym. Nobody is perfect, right? But she's fighting that challenge every day, and we are there with her and she is there with us and all of that, right? When I say us, okay, her movement is mainly about ladies, but I would like to follow that movement because I'm a health buff myself, right? So that is the power of a movement, that is the power of a message, and that is what we are going to build out in the next 5 days. So I hope you liked this video. If you did like this video, I would really love it if you could go back into your email, reply back to the email and send you and say, man, what were your biggest takeaways. And I look forward to seeing you in the challenge, and we are in it together, my friends. See you. Bye bye.